The following is a presentation of the Spartan Media Network.
Now Spartans 2-on-1 into the zone. Shot!
Oh!
Another roof shot. 5-on-3 into the Spartans zone. What a save by Augustine. And now Michigan State back over the blue line. Rank wide to pass. Out front.
It's time for the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by the IBEW NECA 665. Learn more at IBEWNECA665.org. The Adam Nightingale Show is also brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance, Simple Human Sense, The Munn Team, Jan and John Munn at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Tommy Raines Realtors, Realtors that get results. The MSU Federal Credit Union. Spartan fans dream big with MSU Federal Credit Union. Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment, Choose Chill, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, Raise Hope and Foster Dreams. Start your journey to becoming a foster parent today at michigan.gov/hope for a home. The Adam Nightingale Show is also presented by One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. Labatt, crack some Labatt and see where it takes you. Meijer, the official grocer of Michigan State Athletics. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartan Athletics. Make Dean Trailways your favorite ride. And by Shaheen Chevrolet, offering the largest inventory of new Chevys and pre-owned vehicles in Lansing. Buy, lease, trade in, or sell us your vehicle at ShaheenChevrolet.com. Relax and enjoy the Shaheen difference. Now, with head coach Adam Nightingale, here's Rob Woodward and the voice of Michigan State Spartan hockey, Scott Moore.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665. Coach is here. Woody is as well, and for the next 60 minutes, we'll talk about last weekend's home series against Minnesota, this weekend's road series at Ohio State, and more. A little bit later in the show, we'll be joined by sophomore forward Gavin O'Connell. So come on over to One North Kitchen and Bar in East Lansing on Abbott, just north of Saginaw. Join us for dinner, and if you want to join the live audience for any of our coaches' shows, you can make your reservation online by emailing coachesshows@onenorthdining.com. Well, Coach, I went back to my notes from December 16th after the trip to Minneapolis, and I started the show by saying, 5 points in 2 games on the road in Minneapolis, pretty good outcome. How about 10 points in 4 games against a team ranked in the top 5 in the nation? Congratulations on a very good result and a consistent effort in 2 very different types of games.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think when you look when we first got here, I mean, we had a hard time keeping it within a touchdown. They took it to us, and I think we had lost 16 in a row. So we, I thought the first night, I mean, it probably wasn't a 9-3 game, right? I thought we played really well, but, if you look back at it, it's probably a 5-2, 4-2 game, and we got some bounces for sure, but I think you earn your bounces. And the second night, when you watch it back, there's a lot of ways we might have played better. We didn't give up a ton, and, I thought it was a really good hockey game. But, yeah, I thought for our guys, that was – we got to battle that up, right? We keep getting better from there, but that's the standard. That's the expectation is like when we play that's how we should play.
But you did get the touchdown MSU during that game.
I did hear that. Yeah. For sure.
I talked to Twos by T after the game. I said that was a pretty good touch there on that one, T. Knights, I want to know how you slowed down, which we talked about it last week. Probably the fastest team in college hockey. When you look at what you did against these guys, starting in the third period on Friday night, and then for all 3 periods on Saturday, you kept Minnesota in single digits with shots on net. I think on Friday, the third period, they had 6. And the first period on Saturday, 6. Second period, 9. And third period, 5 shots. I mean, that is incredible. So of all the talk of the goals that you guys put in over the weekend, you played well defensively, too.
For sure. I think that, obviously we believe the best defense is a good offense, right? If you have the puck, and I thought we did a good job of controlling the play and pressuring their D, and you got to respect their speed. I thought when we played out there, I mean, that it was really evident they were coming at us with speed. So you got to manage the puck, and you're not going to take all their chances away, right? You're playing a really good team, but that was one of the focuses going into the weekend, right? It's no easy offense. If they're going to get it, make sure they earn it.
Want to say congratulations to David Gucciardi on being named the Big Ten second star of the week with a good weekend over the weekend. He scored twice on Friday, had 2 assists on Saturday. He led all Division I defensemen in scoring for the weekend. And Gooch has really raised his game this season. It's been interesting to watch, and even from the start of the season to now, he's evolved.
No doubt. I mean, he's a big part of our team. He's an elite skater that can really defend. And I think it's hard, right? When you're a defenseman, he definitely has attributes that he could play on our power play, and he's got a rocket for a shot, but he's got dreams of our team being great and him getting a chance to play pro hockey. And for him to do that, that's how he's got to play. And, I think Gooch I give him a ton of credit is, we all see it at the rink, but he's really taken a step away from the rink, doing better in the classroom, on time for things. And, normally how you do one thing is how you do everything. And I think he's seeing that, happen in his game, right? He's organized, and we actually, Will Morlock has him take a picture of his bed when he makes it every morning to make sure.
I remember that
right.
last year.
So, but it's been fun. Yeah, it's been fun. And I think our first year, I thought the second half of the season, our first year here as a staff, Gooch might have been the best real defenseman in our conference. And, that was our challenge to him, is like, we need that for the rest of the way. And so far he's done it.
Yeah, and again, I think we talked about this after the game on Saturday. That play that Gooch made, he got the 2 goals over the weekend, right? But the play he made when Trey made the stop, but the puck was trickling in towards the goal line, and he beat Snuggerud, Gooch did, to that loose puck. And who knows, the way momentum flows. But talking about momentum, what is it about this team that just, not only this weekend, but we've done it a few times too earlier in the season, where our ability to score quickly after another team. I mean, it happened a few times against Minnesota this weekend, but how do you guys do that?
Well, I think the guys,
it's an odd thing to see.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen the team so good at that.
I think good teams understand that, you're going to take some punches. It's how you respond, right? So, hockey's not a perfect sport. Stuff's going to happen. Mistakes are going to happen, but you can control your next shift. And I think that's our guys' mentality, right? It's just what's in the past is in the past, and then recognizing those moments where momentum, you can either lose it or gain it. And I think it works the other way too, right? If you score a goal, making sure that next shift's a big one.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to take a break, and when we come back, Woody will be out in the audience with the microphone for audience questions. We'll be back with more MSU hockey on the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NICA 665, right after this break on the Spartan Media Network.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Dad, did you get a new haircut or something? A new shirt? You're looking good.
What happened?
A little fender bender?
How little?
A few days in the shop little, but thanks to Mom and our agent, we've already submitted a claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense.
I'm fine, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask.
Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
Skill is a game changer. And when the doctors you know and trust team up with one of the nation's top health systems, the possibilities are endless. Sparrow is now University of Michigan Health Sparrow. So together, we can bring more specialized expertise, more of the latest treatments, and more of the best possible care closer to you. Discover what's possible at uofmhealthsparrow.org.
When you're a foster parent, you play a lot of roles.
Provider, giving a foster child a safe home, healthy meals, and hope. You're always there.
You're a cheerleader. Your family. You would do anything for a child in your care.
Every day is different. Every need is different. But one of the most impactful roles you can play in life is being a foster parent. See why at michigan.gov/hope for a home. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back for more of the Coach Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NICA 665. You know, frankly, you'll want to join us for the Michigan Sports Brief every weekday on Spartan Media Network radio stations all across the state. It's presented by Frankenmuth Insurance. Find your local independent agent online at fmins.com. Well, we'll head out into the audience. We'll start at where we always do. Mr. Greg Brea looking dapper as usual out in front. How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing fine, Scott. Yourself?
Wonderful. I'm doing just great tonight.
How's that guy to your right there?
I think he's doing okay.
Good, Bria. Good for sure.
One good weekend, Coach. No doubt about it. You know, with changing the schedule, even for the show here, everybody in here had to change their schedule a little bit and kind of work things around.
Sorry about that.
And that's okay. What changes do you incorporate in your normal practice when you know it's a Thursday, Friday game instead of the normal Friday, Saturday game?
You know, you're right. I mean, it does change a little bit. You know, we try to keep it as consistent as possible. And I think for our guys understanding, right, I know you're getting later in the year, but we got a lot of work to do as a team. So practice is kind of, we think, is our bread and butter. Typically in a normal week, like Monday would be get your legs back on, and maybe not as much strategy type stuff and more to flush your legs. It's always hard coming out of a day off to get the motor back on. But so we didn't have that luxury, right? So, we got in typically, our second day of the week, we'd work on more on the defensive side of the puck and penalty kill. And then today we worked on power play and more on the offensive side of the puck. So just kind of adjusting the schedule a bit, but trying to keep it as normal as possible.
If you got a question for the coach, get your hand up. Woody will bring the microphone right to you, as he did with Bird.
How you doing, Scott?
I'm great.
Nice job, Coach.
Thanks, Bird.
How was first of all, how was the thrill of ringing the buzzer down there at the Red Wings game last night?
Yeah, it was cool. That was really cool. I mean, I think, for me and to bring my family down, growing up in Sheboygan, I never would have thought I would have had a chance to coach here for one, to coach for the Red Wings and to get back there and experience. I hadn't watched, I think that was the second game I watched as a fan down there. So to do the horn was really special.
Okay. And then I was wondering how quick after winning Friday night that big of turning the locker room around to get ready for the next night. Them guys were hiring a kite. Did their helmets fit or not?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's you're right. I think that's a challenge in sports, right? Is everyone talks about handling adversity, and I think I don't want to say it's easy, but you kind of have that motivation. If things don't go your way, you want to prove it, prove that you're better than you played the night before, and I think it's actually harder to handle success and stay grounded. And, our guys have done a great job of, and there's not a ton of books on it, right? You can find a bazillion books on handling adversity, and there's not a ton on handling success. And one of the things we want to make sure with our program is there's a humility to it, right? And understanding we're all fortunate to have the roles we have within the university. And it's all about getting better and not about yesterday. And I thought our guys did a great job of it. I think if you look at that first period, I saw a team that played the game humble, that didn't think they had arrived. And again, I go back to, I think in a lot of ways you could say we played better on Saturday than we did on Friday.
Yeah. And we got another question, this time Gail.
Sure. Can you explain a little bit more about how the pairwise and the RPI judge the teams? Because that doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I'd fall right in line with you. I have no idea.
The
and
only one that knows is Kepke.
Yeah. I think they weighed it right. If you win at home, it's worth less than if you went on the road and your quality opponent and neutral site's a little different, ties and all those. So, for our team, we don't talk to our guys about pairwise where we're at. We don't try to figure out the math behind it. We like our first year, we were the first team out of the tournament, and our meeting with our guys where it wasn't that the math was wrong. We need to be a better hockey team, and we got to win more hockey games. And so I know a lot of people dive deep down into it. I trust the process of it. I think that there's people that are a lot smarter than me that have come up with this formula to get into the tournament. Our job is to try to play the best every game we can and try to win as many hockey games. And I really think that I think it does reward the teams that deserve to be in the tournament. And if you're a team that's on the outside or on the bubble, you need to get better.
I'm curious, is it like college football where if you kind of blow out a team, you get rewarded? In hockey, does it matter if we would have won 5-4 versus 9-3 on Friday?
No, it's just straight up, win, loss, tie. The actual polls could maybe be influenced that way, right? And if you had a big weekend or if you got blown out, you drop a little bit, but the other one's just straight up win, loss, or tie.
All right, another audience question.
Hi, guys. Wow, face-offs seem to be unbelievable this weekend. And matter of fact, I think one of the goals came right off of a face-off. Charlie did an unbelievable job with his stats. 2 questions about face-offs. First, do you practice different strategies? In other words, is there a time when you want to pull it straight back? Is there a time when you want to try to get it to a wing? How do you practice face-offs? That's number one. Number 2, I don't know if this is possible. Can you explain to me the thinking of a referee when he tosses?
That's an automatic no.
Yeah. When he tosses, I mean, what are the rules for a player to get tossed? Because it looked like Minnesota had a couple of tosses. I don't know if we did. I did happen to see another team that was dressed in this ugly yellow and blue. And at the beginning of their overtime, 4 times they stopped the play at the faceoff in the overtime because a player in yellow kept coming into the circle. So what are the rules as far as who gets tossed and when?
Yeah, the first part of your question, you want to have a plan, right? And I think the biggest thing for our guys is, I think you can get lost in plays. We want to make sure we jump on faceoffs and we have intensity. And you look at our numbers, we were definitely, our centers were good at the dot, but a lot of that has to do with the wingers too. A lot of those faceoffs are 50-50, and your wingers got to be jumping in. And we talked to our guys, it's the line of scrimmage. So when that, not only the centers, but the winger should be watching that ref's hand. As soon as it goes in, you got to get into your guy, and then a plan. If you lose it, everyone, the guys get super excited about, if you win it, but if you lose, you got to have a plan too. So making sure you do your job. And I thought the centers did a great job. Mike Towns does draws with them at the end of practice. And, I think a lot of it is pretty simple. It's low man wins, watching the ref's hand and, making sure you're heavy on your stick, and I think if our guys do that, we got a chance. You're not going to win that many faceoffs every weekend, but that was a bright spot for sure for our team. And as far as the refs and the rules, it's they're trying to make it as fair as possible. The challenge is the attacking team is just sticks down first, the defending team second, and then you're trying to anticipate that ref. And so for our guys is learning the linesmen in the conference, right? And some guys have tendencies and to be ready to jump. And if you jump too early, you can get a warning. If you get a warning, they changed that rule they changed that rule. So it used to be a warning. Now it's a new center comes in. And if you do it again, then your team gets a penalty. And I think some of the confusion, and we get it with our team, is on an icing, the defending team, the center won't be kicked out, if that makes sense. So they're trying to eliminate the whole delay. If I get in there too early and then take my time getting back to get another 10, 15 seconds of rest, that's a tactic teams use, right? So I can see where it gets confusing, and our guys, I thought have done a really good job at the dot and an area to keep focusing on.
Yeah.
Because Charlie Stramel had 21 wins, only 4 losses on Friday. Minnesota as a team had 20. Amazing. I think he was 39-14 on the entire weekend. And Tanner Kelly was the one that won directly back to Gooch, over to Baskell, and in. Yeah, it was beautiful.
All right, Spartan fans, if you live, work, or go to school in the state of Michigan, you can join MSU Federal Credit Union. Save more and carry the only colors in your wallet with MSU FCU. Open your account today at msufcu.org. That's Michigan State University Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of Spartan Athletics. We are live in East Lansing with the head coach of the Spartans, Adam Nightingale. Our show is powered by IBEW NICA 665. When we come back, we'll talk with Gavin O'Connell. But first, these words from your very own local station. You're listening to the Adam Nightingale Show.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket? No, but we do make them work. Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
It's the New Year, New Ride sales event at Shaheen Chevrolet. Choose your ride from our huge selection of nearly 400 new Chevrolets. Get the rugged Silverado for just $182 a month, or the fuel-efficient Equinox for $256 a month. Drive home an affordable track for just $217 a month. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we'll get you approved. We'll go the extra mile to earn your business. Visit 632 American Road in Lansing or ShaheenChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
At first, credit card debt can seem harmless, like a cute little baby goat. And your debt goes wild, and that is anything but cute. Tame your debt with Rocket Mortgage. Tap into your home's equity and get funds in a matter of days. Just visit tameyourdebt.com. Call 1-800-407-3944 for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
3, 2, 1.
We are back live with more of the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NICA 665. You know, the electrical contractors of IBEW NICA 665 provide the safest, highest quality electrical work at the best value to their customers. Learn more at IBEWNECA665.org. Before we talk with our special guest, we want to ask our this week's Alumni Hall Spartan Hockey Trivia ticket giveaway. Easy for me to say. The winner of this contest gets tickets to an MSU home game. You'll pick up your tickets at the Alumni Hall retail location at Eastwood Town Center in Lansing. Here's the question for this week. What current Spartan has scored the most goals against this week's opponent, Ohio State? Get your hand up if you think you know the answer. We got one back here. We're looking for the Spartan with the most goals. All right.
Very good.
What
he got it.
He got it right. Gavin O'Connell. We didn't even have to go with any of the hints. The hints. The hints, by the way, was sophomore. Hails from Minnesota. 3 of his goals against Ohio State have been game winners. And he wears number 29, and he's on the stage right now. Those were the hints that we were going to go with.
Tough one. I will say 8 goals for a total distance of 10 feet, maybe.
Yeah.
So don't forget that this weekend. You got to go to the net. Exactly.
Go to the net. Good things will happen. Well, Gavin O'Connell is our guest, forward from Plymouth, Minnesota. We just talked about the great results you've had against the Buckeyes over your season and a half. What did they ever do to you? I mean, you take it out on them.
I don't know. Obviously, I think I've been just kind of fortunate to get bounces against them. And obviously, it's nothing against them. They're a great team and stuff. But yeah, I think I've been just kind of fortunate to score a handful of my goals against them, which is fun. I like playing those guys, and hopefully we can do it again this weekend.
All right. Well, Greg has a question for you out here.
How you doing, young man?
Doing well. How about you?
Not so bad. You had an injury where you had to sit out for a couple of games. What was it like for you when you couldn't play?
Yeah.
And what was it like for you when you got back in the lineup?
Sure. Obviously being injured and not being with the guys and stuff, it sucks. I haven't been injured like really at all in my career. So I definitely gained a new perspective just about like obviously you grow up loving the game and it's why you play it and stuff. But when you're out and you're not with the guys and contributing and stuff, you kind of gain a new perspective of how much you do love the game and to not be able to be out on the ice with them and share those moments. It's super unfortunate, but it only makes coming back that much more special and stuff. So I'm just happy to be out there playing and winning games with the guys.
Obviously you used your time recuperating constructively to keep up on your conditioning because I'll tell you, when you returned to the lineup at Michigan, it looked like you hadn't lost a step.
Yeah, no, we I've been super fortunate with our staff and stuff. I get out there an hour earlier than maybe some guys even get to the rink and stuff. And what sucked with the hand was I wasn't able to hold a stick, so I was out there with Brad Fassler just going boards to boards, stop and start, down and back. And so it definitely prepared me, to kind of hop right back in the lineup and not really miss a beat. But so yeah, they did a really good job.
They
with that.
pulled the Herbie on you and just yell again.
Exactly.
Again.
Yeah. It got a little tough, but obviously it's all worth it. And obviously Will did an unreal job in the weight room and stuff as well. And he's a really smart guy, so he kind of figured out how to keep my left arm engaged the whole time too. So both those guys did and obviously all the other coaches did an unreal job, kind of get me right back into the lineup.
Knights, you talk about Gavin being strong around the net and getting in that area, but what else does he bring to that line with Carson Dorwart and Joey Larson that makes him such a valuable member of the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think he adds a lot to our team, right? We missed having him, and I think his ability to make a play, I think and he could do it, below the top of the circles when Gavin's, cutting back and protecting the puck and then playing fast off of that. I think he's a real dangerous player, and you put a guy like Joey on that line that can really shoot, and Carson, is a 200-foot player. So, I mean, he's got a lot of tools in his tool bag. I do think Carson or Gavin, when he's at his best, he's getting to the inside, and you look at how he scored. He gets to those hard areas, and he's got a really good stick, and his ability to finish is special.
Gavin, your dad played for St. Cloud State, right? I think he was a captain his senior year at St. Cloud State. What's the best advice he ever gave you when it comes to the game of hockey?
Sure. I mean, I would just say, like, for sure, keep having fun and sticking with it. And he's always talking about like the mental side of hockey. So just staying confident and believing in kind of your ability to play your game and stuff is always kind of something he's told me. And I talk to him before every game. We have a phone call, and he kind of just reminds me of all that little stuff. And it's always good to hear those reminders. And he's been my coach, till this day and stuff. So he said a million different things, but just kind of like the mental aspect and just kind of still having fun through everything I do is probably what sticks with me the most.
Now, being a kid from Minnesota, was that a little extra fun for you personally this past weekend?
Oh yeah, they're them and Michigan are my two favorite teams to beat up on. But I probably know too many of those guys, so exchanging little chirps and stuff and little digs that get under their skin. It's super fun, and especially beating them is cherry on top.
I wouldn't figure you to be a chirper.
No, I mean, I really am. I'm not. But to guys I know kind of what triggers them, maybe I'll say a couple things.
Yeah, I was going to say, with your dad going to St. Cloud, yeah, this is a natural rivalry for you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I grew up, for some reason, all the guys, obviously, they grew up in Minnesota, wanting to go to Minnesota, but I always hated Minnesota. So
there you go.
Playing them, it's super fun for me.
All right. We got to take a break, and when we come back, we got special questions for you. Big B Coffee loves Michigan State, and they love it when the Spartans win. When the Spartans do win at home, you can visit any mid-Michigan Big B location the next day and receive a BOGO coffee, courtesy of Big B Coffee, proud partner of Michigan State Athletics. We will be back with more of the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NICA 665, after this break on the Spartan Media Network.
Do you need an electric vehicle charger installed? Whether for a home, business, school, or more, IBEW NECA 665 contractors are the experts in EV charging installations. Our electricians aren't just licensed. We have advanced training and certification through the Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Training Program, or EVITP. The EVITP gives us the most comprehensive training available, which means we install EV chargers to the highest standards of quality and safety. Visit IBEWNECA665.org to find a contractor for your next project.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need three things. 1. You love saving money and earning cash back. 2. You have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3. When it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
From the biggest of big games to the littlest of the little.
Here you go. Go!
Run, James!
No, first base!
Go, go, go!
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
Hey, got one more, Labatt?
Yeah, here you go.
Yo, got one more?
Sure. Who are you?
Have any more?
I'll take one.
Got another Labatt?
Got one more? How did you all get in my house?
Dude, door was open. Heard you had some Labatt.
Yeah, in the fridge.
Crack some Labatt, make some friends, and see where it takes you.
Always enjoy responsibly. Beer, Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York. All rights reserved. Labatt registered U.S. trademark of Labatt Brewing Company Limited.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665. Our show today coming to you live from One North Kitchen and Bar, located at Abbott and Saginaw in East Lansing. That's One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. Well, Gavin, we've been doing this all season. We have the same 10 questions that we've asked everybody.
Love it.
It's just the first thing that pops into your head.
Sure.
So, Rob, take it away. Hang on. Here, now take it away.
Yeah, you were here last year, so we've changed it like Scotty said.
Sure.
Everybody's been asked the exact same questions like he said. So here we go. Favorite hockey player as a kid?
Pavel Datsyuk.
Ooh. Other than hockey, what sport are you best at?
Oh, I'd like to say golf, but that depends on the day. But we'll go with golf.
That applies to all of us.
Yeah. Depends on the whole. Geez.
Yeah.
As a forward, what two NHL players, and they could be current players or retired players, would be your two dream line mates?
We'll go with Nikita Kucherov and Connor McDavid.
Which teammate do you bring to an escape room?
Oh, probably Shouty or Russ. One of those guys, probably two smartest guys.
All right. Is he allowed to pick two there,
I think
Scott?
he's got to pick one. We got to narrow this
You
down.
gotta pick one.
I'll go with Shouty.
We went with the first thing.
Shouts is it.
Shouty.
Okay. Who on the team is most likely to end up dating a celebrity?
Oh, probably Ike.
Yeah.
We hear that a lot.
Which teammate is most likely to end up a coach?
I'll go with Tiernan Shouty again.
Okay.
Coach Knights needs you to dig a 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot deep trench, and it's got to be done within 5 minutes. Which teammate do you grab to get that done?
I'm gonna go Austin Orvitz. Yeah.
Okay.
Who on the team would win a Dancing with the Stars competition?
Max Sterbach. He's either working out or dancing. So.
All right. You're the coach. Who do you send out first in a shootout? And you can pick yourself if you'd like.
I mean, we probably got to go with Ike, just with how he's scoring right now.
You spend a ton of time at Munn Arena, right?
Yeah.
What's the absolute best thing about Munn?
Oh, geez. I mean, probably the fans, just when we're playing games and stuff, and the energy they bring in. Obviously, all you guys.
Yeah, that's a popular answer.
All right.
Gavin O'Connell.
Thanks,
OC.
Yep. One last question before we let you go. What is your major, and when you're done playing hockey, what do you want to do?
I'm an advertising major, and post hockey, Probably something in the business world, business advertising. Who knows? Anything.
All right.
Maybe a golfer if I can pick that up.
Professional golfer if
Yeah.
you can figure out that one hole.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. All right, Gavin, thanks for coming out, man.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Appreciate it. This is Gavin O'Connell from Plymouth, Minnesota. By the way, his parents threw an awesome party. Last year, Thanksgiving, when we were up in Minneapolis, his parents had the entire
That was
team
great. Yeah.
over for dinner, and they threw an awesome party. Yeah, that was
great.
that was fun. All right, that is Gavin O'Connell. Woody, we got a little bit of time here, and I know that you've been working on your college hockey fun facts. What do you have for us?
Yeah, so we're going to Value City Arena. It is one of the largest venues that we play at. So it got me thinking, okay, what are the largest venues in Division I college hockey? So I looked this up. Caught me by surprise. The William D. Mullins Center. It's where UMass plays.
Yep.
8,387 is the capacity. Number 4, Mariucci. That's an even 10,000. Of course, Minnesota plays there. Ralph Engelstad Arena, where North Dakota plays, is number 3. They're 11,640. The Cole Center in Wisconsin, 15,325. And number 1, kinda, is the Value City Arena. That's at Ohio State, of course, 17,500. Although, usually for hockey, they put the upper deck around the curtains.
Right.
Then it's 7,700. So there's a little bit of an asterisk there. So that would put them down to 7th place. And into 5th place, or 5th place would be Baxter Arena, Nebraska, Omaha.
Oh, okay.
7,898.
The
Where-
new
where-
place.
yeah.
We've never seen that place. Let's let's take care
Where,
of that.
where does
in a
Munn
couple of
fall?
years.
Munn is 11th place at 6,114 people officially on the Michigan State website. What's the smallest? Do you know, Knights?
Stonehill.
Alaska.
Really?
Anchorage. The
Oh,
Avis
Anchorage.
Alaska Sports Center. They have it as a capacity of 800 people.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't play in the same place that they used to.
No, yeah,
downtown.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sullivan.
That's
or
our
whatever
college
it was.
hockey
Sullivan.
fun fact of the week.
All right. Thank you very much,
Thanks, Mike.
Rob. Whether your move is across town or across the nation, the Munn team can help. Whether you're in the market to buy, sell, or both, check out the Munn team online at munnteam.com. That's Jan and John Munn, serving buyers and sellers since 1985, realtors who get results. The Adam Nightingale Show is powered by IBEW NECA 665 and will continue after this time out on the Spartan Media Network.
So, got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
What's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck. I know, but thanks to our agent, we've already submitted an insurance claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
Skill is a game changer. And when the doctors you know and trust team up with one of the nation's top health systems, the possibilities are endless. Sparrow is now University of Michigan Health Sparrow. So together, we can bring more specialized expertise, more of the latest treatments, and more of the best possible care closer to you. Discover what's possible at uofmhealthsparrow.org.
It's the New Year, New Ride sales event at Shaheen Chevrolet. Choose your ride from our huge selection of nearly 400 new Chevrolets. Get the rugged Silverado for just $182 a month, or the fuel-efficient Equinox for $256 a month. Credit, bad credit, or no credit, we'll get you approved. We'll go the extra mile to earn your business. Visit 632 American Road in Lansing or ShaheenChevrolet.com. Together, let's ride.
Hey, Spartans, when it's game time, it's One North time. Just minutes from Michigan State University, One North Kitchen and Bar is your go-to spot for scratch cooking and world-class hospitality. When you're celebrating a win or catching up with friends, we've got the perfect dish to make every moment special. Join us for the MSU Coaches Shows and get closer to the action with the voices that bring Spartan spirit to life. Visit One North, where Spartan pride meets memorable meals.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, everyone. We're back with more Spartan hockey talk on the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NICA 665. You know, whenever you shop Meijer, you help support food rescue programs and the Simply Give initiative. You help provide a bright future for kids and support sustainability in our communities. Learn more at Meijer.com. Well, it's time to check up on our alumni spotlight of the week, and the alumni spotlight this week is Newell Brown. As a sophomore and junior, Newell was a two-time assistant captain before sporting the C for the Spartans as a senior. From 1980 to 1984, he racked up 202 points, good for 11th all-time on the MSU career points list. He was on teams that captured 3 CCHA tournament championships and 3 NCAA tournament appearances, including a visit to the Frozen Four in 1984. After Michigan State, the Vancouver Canucks draft pick played 2 years professionally in the AHL and IHL, finished his career as a captain of the 85-86 Canadian national team. Brown returned to Michigan State for the 86-87 season. He was an assistant coach for Ron Mason, and after 3 seasons back at Munn, he took the head coaching job at Michigan Tech for 2 years. In 1992, he was announced as a head coach of the Adirondack Red Wings of the AHL. He was there for 4 seasons, and since the 96-97 season, Newell has been an assistant coach for 6 NHL organizations, including the Blackhawks, Blue Jackets, Canucks, Coyotes, and Ducks, with whom he and Drew Miller won a Stanley Cup in 2007. Newell is currently in his 28th season behind an NHL bench as an assistant with the Los Angeles Kings. And, he was a guy, he was on the team the first year that I really started to watch Spartan hockey. And I was always drawn to him because he may not have been the biggest, flashiest guy, but boy, did he work on the ice.
Yeah, I mean, that's an amazing career. You look at his career here, obviously over 200 points. And then his coaching career, I can tell you, like in the NHL, he's one of the most respected coaches. Mm-hmm. And obviously he was on the bench last night when we were at the game. So, yeah, that's a pretty amazing resume.
Newell was an assistant my freshman year.
Your freshman year?
Yeah. All I remember, not all, but one of the things I remember about Newell is we do circles and crossovers. Quick feet, what do you, quick feet, what do you? That was like his tagline.
Yeah. Did you have quick feet?
Well, they got quicker because of Coach Newell. Yeah.
All right.
I was pushing myself.
All right.
That's what a coach does, right?
Right.
Makes you better.
Rob has been also compiling Munn memorable moments this season.
I went a little bit of a different route here tonight
right.
for our Munn memorable moments. We're going to go back to February 28th of 1975. You weren't born yet, were you, Knights?
No.
All right. So the Spartans were playing at Michigan. So why is this a Munn memorable moment? Well, according to my research, the best that I could find, that was the first ever concert held at Munn Arena that night, from what I could find. I hope I'm correct on this. Do you know who it was, Scotty?
No, I don't. I know who played there when I was a freshman, but
who was that?
That was not 75.
Was that Hart played. Yeah. It was Gordon Lightfoot.
Wow.
Gordon Lightfoot. Of course, later on in 1975, the Edmund Fitzgerald Sink, November 10th, 1975. So Jefferson Starship, Hart, the Pointer Sisters, Bob Seger, Hall & Oates, Bruce Springsteen, all would go on to play Munn. But that first year, the 74-75 season, Gordo, Jefferson Starship, the Pointer Sisters, and the Spinners all played at Munn Arena. That is my Munn memorable moment of the night.
Not bad at all. Coach, in a game like Friday's, were a close game, it was tied 2-2 with 13 minutes to go in the second period, turned into a big win, outscoring the Gophers 7-1 in the final 31 minutes. Does it kind of feel like driving an autonomous car? You just kind of sit back and enjoy the ride on that?
Never.
Never.
Actually, I think those games sometimes are harder, right? You're trying to form good habits, and it's hard for players, right? You get a big lead, and you're gonna try something a little more outside the box. Obviously, we want our guys to be creative, but there's a certain standard we want to play to. And that's where I thought the guys did a good job is, if you look how we scored again, I don't think all those go in, but they were team goals. It wasn't guys trying to do it on their own. But I think that's human nature, right? You get a big lead and the guys can start thinking it's point night and I'm going to pad my stats. And that's certainly not a team you're going to do that against.
Right. Yeah, that's true. The other question that came up, I heard some people discussing this during the 3-on-3 overtime. There were some folks who were at the arena that were confused by the way Minnesota kept retreating out to the neutral zone. They'd come in, they'd come back out. We've seen the Spartans do that a few times during 3-on-3 overtime. What is the reason for pulling back out rather than trying to attack?
Well, I think there's a couple. I mean, if you watch 3-on-3, you got to really make sure your shot selection is really good, right? If you come down and shoot from the outside and the other team's defending, and all of a sudden there's a break, you're probably giving up a 2-on-1 going back the other way. And I think on the flip side, teams are conscious, right? When you don't have the puck, you're not pressuring it in the neutral zone. You're kind of playing a little more soft or passive, trying to protect the inside. And so I think they'll come back and take another look at it. And I also think you can force teams to tire out a little bit, right? So if you bring it back and eventually get them caught, maybe they try to change and then you quick up it.
All right.
Hey,
those are all good things.
Yeah. I know earlier today you kind of gave an update on Red Savage. For those that are listening here that may not have heard, can you let everybody know what you were?
Yeah. Bummer. Red's going to be out for the year. I give him a ton of credit. He tried to play, and I think that was the right thing at the time, right? Give yourself a chance. But Red's going to play this game for a long time, and he's got to look out for himself and get his body taken care of. So he's gonna fly out here tomorrow and then get it taken care of. And we'll definitely miss him. He's a huge part of our team. Obviously, he's our captain and leader. But I think it's you can still be a leader when you're not playing. Leader. He's down on the bench. For practice, after games, during games, he can encourage guys. And then we got a really strong leadership group, right? And so to step up, and I think for our guys to know too, we got more than enough. Obviously, it hurts for sure losing a really good player and our captain, but we got more than enough in our room to get the job done.
And you say he'll fly out, but he'll be back.
Yeah.
He'll still be a part
back
of it.
Monday or Tuesday.
Exactly. And he'll still be down there on the
big
bench
time.
practice.
And I think that's important for Red, right?
Yeah.
Is, you're so programmed as an athlete, right? You're coming to practice and around the guys, and to cut that off is not healthy, and we want him to be around.
What happens with the captaincy? Does somebody else get a C on their shirt now, or you just stay with all the alternate captains?
Yep, as is.
All right. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the Buckeyes. We're live with the head coach of the Spartans, Adam Nightingale. Tonight's show is powered by IBEW NICA 665. We're back after these words from your very own local station. You're listening to the Adam Nightingale Show.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket? No, but we do make them work. Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Broadcasters. When you're a foster parent, you play a lot of roles.
Provider, giving a foster child a safe home, healthy meals, and hope.
You're always there.
You're a cheerleader.
Your family. You would do anything for a child in your care.
Every day is different. Every need is different. But one of the most impactful roles you can play in life is being a foster parent. See why at michigan.gov/hope for a home. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey, got one more, Labatt? Yeah, here you go.
Yo, got one more?
Sure. Who are you?
Hey, have any more?
I'll take one.
Got another Labatt?
Got one more? How did you all get in my house?
Dude, door was open. Heard you had some Labatt.
Yeah, in the fridge.
Crack some Labatt, make some friends, and see where it takes you.
Always enjoy responsibly. Beer, Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York. All rights reserved. Labatt registered U.S. trademark of Labatt Brewing Company Limited.
From the biggest of big games to the littlest of the little,
you go. Go.
Run, James!
No. First base. Go.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
Three, two, one.
Welcome back to the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665. Raise hope and foster dreams by starting your journey to becoming a foster parent today. Visit michigan.gov/hope for a home to learn more on how you can support children of all ages in our community. Well, Coach, you head down to Ohio State. We all get on the bus tomorrow. The Buckeyes got off to a great start this season, but they've struggled during the dog days of January. That has the markings of a team that can get back into their old ways at any time.
Yeah, really good team. They've had a great season, and you look at even last year, right, the way they finished. I think that says a lot about their character and their coaching staff. And they got some guys up and down their lineup that are dangerous, and they defend. They're well coached, and both goalies have played really well.
Knights, why are they so good at home? You look at their home record, 9-1-1. I think they only lost to Minnesota. I think they tied AIC. And then their road record's 5-6-1. What's the difference between those two teams?
Well, I think with every team, right, is, at home you're a little more comfortable. Your routine's pretty similar, and again, a good coaching staff's got a good game plan going in. You get the last change so you can get guys out who you want out there against certain lines. So it'll be a really good test for us. I mean, I got a ton of respect for their program, and our conference is every game's a dogfight, right? And then try to win on the road is a big time challenge.
Well, they've benefited from the transfer portal. You look at their scoring sheet. 4 of their top 5 scorers have transferred into Ohio State, including their leading scorer, Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine, with 11 goals, 14 assists, 25 points. They've got a lot of experience on their team.
For sure. And, I think that whether you like it or not, it's a tool, right? And we've obviously benefited from it, and they have, and those are some really good players you mentioned there, and guys definitely we're going to have to be aware of.
What's the biggest thing that you remember about playing Ohio State from when they were in town November 8th and 9th?
I just think they're organized. So, again, I think they're another one of those teams where if you think you're going to get easy offense, and they do a great job at denying middle ice and making it hard to get to the inside, and they're really good in transition. They can catch you. And so we got to make sure, again, we're managing pucks and try to get to our game right off the bat.
And like you said to Gavin, get to the net, right?
Big time.
Be strong in front. You look at those games you mentioned, Scott, on the 8th and 9th. We won, 4-2 and 4-1. But we had empty net goals in both those games. Those were tight games against the Buckeyes.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. We will be back to wrap up this week's Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665, right after this break on the Spartan Media Network.
With full electrification of our communities on the horizon, the electrical construction industry is rapidly growing. As an IBEW apprentice, you earn a living wage while you learn, graduate debt-free, and start a great career with excellent wages, family health care, and retirement benefits. IBEW 665 and the National Electrical Contractors Association are the leaders in training the next generation of electricians. The future is electric. Learn more at IBEWNECA665.org.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit MSUFCU.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Our lives are a collection of experiences, from fender benders and soggy basements to great joy and growing families. Sometimes life is unplanned. Knowing that your insurance provider is always close by offers comfort. At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
3, 2, 1.
We are back with more of the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NICA 665. The Spartans heading to Columbus this weekend for a pair of games, Thursday and Friday. We'll fill you in on all that in just a moment. But, Coach, I wanted to bring up Griffin Jarecki. We just talked about Red Savage. Griff has been in the lineup when Red hasn't been. And, boy, I've just been really impressed with his game. He's not putting points up or anything like that, but every time that kid hits the ice, he's moving.
No doubt. I mean, he brings energy to our lineup for sure, and he's done a heck of a job of keeping his head in it, right? It's not easy when you're not playing, but this is why you need depth and understand that you got to keep getting better even if you're not in the lineup. And when your number's called, you got to be ready to go, and we're going to need him to be, right, with Red out. And I think that line can really create energy and for our team. And, Griff's a huge part of it.
Yeah, you love having unsung players like that just, they hit the ice, they get their opportunity, they take advantage of it.
No doubt. And he, doesn't mope around the rink. He understands, hey, I gotta earn my opportunity here, and he certainly has, and he's taken advantage of it.
All right. Well, it's Michigan State at Ohio State this coming weekend, Thursday at 7:30 p.m. We'll be on the air at 7:30 p.m. Face off at 8. Friday on the air at 6:30 p.m. Both games will be broadcast locally on WJIM AM and also worldwide on MSUSpartans.com and the MSU mobile app. Our next Adam Nightingale show will be on Monday, February 3rd. We're sure about that this time. And we'll be back at 7 p.m. right here at 1 North Kitchen and Bar. Stay tuned for coverage of MSU men's basketball. For the folks listening online, Will, Matt, and Zach will be immediately following our broadcast. Thanks to Coach. Thanks to Woody. Thanks to Gavin for coming by. Our producer, Noah Kelly, back in the studio. Gage Dansby on the video. And all the fans here at 1 North and listening in Lansing and around the world. I'm Scott Moore. We'll talk to you Thursday night. Go Green.
You've been listening to the Adam Nightingale Show on the Spartan Media Network from Playfly Sports, powered by the IBEW NICA 665. Learn more at IBEWNECA665.org. The Adam Nightingale Show has also been brought to you by Shaheen Chevrolet, offering the largest inventory of new Chevys and pre-owned vehicles in Lansing. Buy, lease, trade in, or sell us your vehicle at ShaheenChevrolet.com. Relax and enjoy the Shaheen difference. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartan Athletics. Make Dean Trailways your favorite ride. Meyer, the official grocer of Michigan State Athletics. Labatt, crack some Labatt and see where it takes you. 1 North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Raise hope and foster dreams. Start your journey to becoming a foster parent today at michigan.gov/hope for a home. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment. Choose chill. The MSU Federal Credit Union. Spartan fans dream big with MSU Federal Credit Union. The Munn team, Jan and John Munn at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Tommy Raines Realtors, realtors that get results. And by Auto Owners Insurance, simple human sense. The Adam Nightingale Show has been a presentation of Playfly Sports in partnership with Michigan State Athletics. All rights reserved. Join us next time right here on the Spartan Media Network.